الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله سبحانه وتعالى من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهدي الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. On behalf of the board of Dar Al-Hijrah Islamic Center, its executive teams now and all the community, Jazakumullah khair for being here tonight. Thank you very much. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from you. To me and to those who come to Dar Al-Hijrah and manage Dar Al-Hijrah and run Dar Al-Hijrah, we know that when it comes to real men and women standing by Dar Al-Hijrah, this is the core group. And I will use this term more than once tonight. The core group that when we need something, we go to this core group. Dar Al-Hijrah is very big, mashallah. We have thousands of people come, we have thousands of families. Our drainage area goes all the way to Washington, D.C., all the way to the other side, to Fairfax, north and south. But when it comes to real actions, when we need something, this is the group that will come in and chip in and do whatever we need. When we needed hundreds of thousands to be collected, I called for a meeting. I needed $450,000 within a week, and it came. We needed people to come in and show up for consultation. How can we save the community center? We had 40 men who were available there to give us the feedback and stand by us. When we call for anything, it goes this way. So this is the core group. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from you, and we would like for this group to be more active, more organized. I would like to give few points quickly. One is that last year witnessed the term election. It's going on its own now. Not yet. The term election for the new board members, we had 3 board members. Actually, their term expired, and actually they were not re-elected. Brother Gordon Hotzman, Brother Merviz Ayubi, and Brother Muhammad Dawood. We thank all of them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from all of them. And inshallah they will continue to serve this community and the Muslim community at different capacities. And we welcome 3 new members. Brother Kambiz Sultani, can you stand up? This is one of our new board members. Jazakallah khair. May Allah accept you inshallah ta'ala. Dr. Isam Talawi, can you stand up? Jazakallah khair. And Dr. Isam Umesh as well is one of our board members. He sent me a message. He's in surgery. He couldn't come today. And he sent his greeting for all of you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from all of them. And the existing board members, there were like 6 others continuing. Myself, Brother Tamam. Brother Tamam, I saw you coming. Where are you? Brother Tamam, Jazakallah khair. Brother Tamam has been serving for at least maybe 1 term before this, and he has been serving all through his life. May Allah accept him. If he's a board member or not, he will be there. You can depend on him. Brother Hussein Gold, can you stand up? He's continuing on this term inshallah until 2020. Dr. Ahmed, can you stand up? To you everyone. Jazakumullah khair. Brother Alam, can you stand up? So all of you know Brother Alam Al-Alami. And Brother Akram Al-Zind, I think he was on voice activity and he's in his way as well. Did I forget anyone? This is all of us now. We have 9 board members have been serving in the back scenes. They don't show up usually. But anyway, for this term, we established a committee. We call it like community affairs. If you have any, this is not for you anyway, you have access to all of us. But like in general, if anyone from the community of Dar Al-Hijrah would like to have an issue or a concern or a comment or a compliment would like to discuss, we have a committee established for community affairs led by Dr. Ahmed Hassan and members Dr. Brother Kambiz and Brother Alam. You can come to any one of them at any time. And I would like to thank all our executive team, Brother Samir Abu Isa with his leadership. Is Amin here? Amin is not here. Amin Al-Hel, we hired Amin. He used to be in the front desk for many years. All of you know him. We hired him recently as our operational manager. Inshallah ta'ala, he will grow in this job, and inshallah ta'ala, 50 years from now, he will take over the place, inshallah ta'ala, after Brother Samir Abu Isa resign and to retire, inshallah ta'ala. We have also we had Brother Omar Sultan. officially as a full-time communication officer. We are revamping our face, and when it comes to media, social media, websites, as well as communication. And Omar, inshallah ta'ala, will be spearheading this. Omar, did everyone know Omar, right? You saw him in the Muhammad Kibriya's youth, and Omar is over there. Jazakallah khair, Omar, for joining us. We also personally would like to welcome Sister Laisha Prime for joining us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make her a bless. We really needed someone to take care of the counseling for the sisters' youth. And this was an issue we have been suffering for several years, and by her joining our team, inshallah ta'ala, it will be a great addition to our team, inshallah ta'ala. And I'm thanking all of our executive teams for their great job. I just wanted, before I go over the finances and how are we going next year, to go over it's not working. The hallmark of the new era for what we're doing. Now it's off. Great. So, organize. You saw what happened yesterday, all of us, what's going on yesterday. Across the country, everyone, when there was an issue, everyone came out and started to work. And these are kind of the primary reactions. I was personally with my family in Tahrir Square in 2011. We went back in Rab'a Square in 2013. Many of you are coming from different places, and they have been joining different activities. So reacting and going out and rallying and do things is great. But actually to organize, to be able to have a clear vision, objectives to be implemented, and to be able to achieve your goals, make them and make a platform that you can build on is something that's different level. So anyone can call, let's go to the airports and do whatever we can to get the people detained out or prevent their deportation. And many people go on. And then it will take a hype, 2 or 3 days, 2 or 3 weeks, and then it will slow down and end of story. All of you remember Occupy Wall Street, right? Big moves, and then just slowly faded down and it disappeared. Organizing and keeping things going on, achieving goals one by the other is a different level. And we have been trying to do this and start this in Dar Al-Hijrah. Alhamdulillah, I mean, last year was a major transformation, or actually like fulfillment and completion or maturation of our activity that has been there for many years. We were able to mobilize thousands and thousands of people to go out and vote. And you might aware that like Virginia had 70,000 difference between the two parties. And we might be able to claim that Dar Al-Hijrah played a major role in making this happen. And this is based on an actual like field work and work with the people, with others, and so on and so forth. So to really organize, we need two things. We need to have the faith. We have to have the belief, and we have to have the relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as an individuals. And at the same time, we have to have the trust. When I come here in front of you and talk about something, you have to trust what I'm saying. And when I need something, I have to trust you. So the trust and the relationship, or the brotherhood, sisterhood, when the transparency and the accountability has to build this trust. So the trust has to be there. You have the relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you have the relationship with each other. When we have a solid group that we can trust each other, when Muhammad says something, when Jamal says something, when brother says something, when doctor says something, when anyone says something, I believe him. I know that he actually truthful about this. When we have this relationship, we can move together and we can implement changes. Otherwise, we will just be active. Dr. Sol Ghanouchi have been writing on Facebook for many months now, talking about the random activity, the activism. So all of us are active and get excited and put in Facebook and go live on Facebook, and then the subject change and issue change and the move change, and then we are active, but we are not able to implement or achieve certain goals according to a plan. To have a clear plan, why we need to go there, what we need to do exactly, and achieve them one by one is a different level of organizing and having a trust and having faith and moving forward. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us to go there, inshallah ta'ala. We need to collaborate with others. That's why our engagement with all the interfaith communities, our engagement with the Voice and other civic groups is very crucial. This morning, I was 5 o'clock. I was called to the hospital to save a couple of 23-week babies, and while I was doing the lines and doing things, a nurse came to me and we started to talk about what's going on. A Caucasian female not like following the Christian faith. She told me what's going on and how she's organizing with others to be actually be engaged in with the change and do this and do that. And she came to me after we finished work and said, like, Dr. Muhammad, my home, I have 3 bedrooms. One is bedroom with bathroom. If anyone from refugee needs to come, my home is open, a sanctuary. So people are around us offering this. Samira Abu Isa called me and said, like, we are receiving hundreds of messages and emails and mails that like people would like to help us and work with us. We really need to work about it. So it's like establishing a platform of volunteers that organize how can we absorb all of these energy and cohort it to actually be able to do something is a very essential in the next phase, inshallah ta'ala. And lastly, that I'm sure that we will see a lot. Sheikh Shakir Said hinted to this. What is going to come is maybe more difficult from what passed already, and we have to be ready for this. And to be ready, we need the faith, we need the trust, we need to organize, we need to collaborate, and we need to persevere, inshallah ta'ala. So what's coming will be more challenging, but we are up to it, and we have Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel. We have each other, and we have, inshallah ta'ala, the strength, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will guide us to do the right thing. That's why this is very... Anyway, I was talking about the core group. Again, the group that when we call each other, we are ready to help each other, we are ready to work with each other. When we need something, you know that when we say we need something, we really need it, and you will be able to come and give it, if it's your time, if it's your money, if it is your effort, and if it's your dua. When we need it, we need to be sure that you understand we need it, and we need to work together, inshallah ta'ala, around it. So quickly, I will go over the finances. This was my message today. We will strategizing our efforts and our money and our resources to build collaborations and platforms to work together, inshallah ta'ala, to protect ourselves as a community and protect our country, inshallah ta'ala, from whatever you can see, and I don't want to describe it. Quickly, I'll go over our finances. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. No, this way? Okay. Last year, we had the total income of $3.2 million, and our expenses were about 3.19. So very close to each other. Alhamdulillah, one of the years, over the last 3 years, we have been in the plus to an extent. Out of the 3,196 expenses, about 300 of them were spent on renovating the HVAC system, which will be in our asset and will serve us for the next 20 years. So by the financial expert, they wouldn't consider them expenses. It wouldn't expend. It was actually assets in the building. But this was what we got. This is what we expend. If we compare to in 2015, our income was 3.48 million. Expenses was 2.7. Just keep going with itself. Last year, we projected that we would be able to collect for 2016 3.486, and we spent 3.38. It wasn't exactly the same. The actual for the year 2016 was as I mentioned, we got 3.2 and we spent 3.196. So why there was some difference? We are like working to analyze why we were expecting 3.48 and we got only 3.2. It is about $250,000 less than what we expected. Some of them is from donations. But anyway, alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, our expenses was not that as we expected. So we are not, for this year, we are not in the negative. Alhamdulillah, we're in the positive for this year. How do we get to our income? That's bad. Our income is mostly, as you know, from donation. So for 2015, we got about 2.7 million from donations. For last year, 2016, we get on 2.1. But there's collectibles, which means that we get from rent, from the community centers, from the properties, and from other services, and we have a little bit of increase. So on overall, as I mentioned, we are less than the last year by about $250,000 in the income, but our expenses didn't increase more than that. Source of our income, basically, the Jum'ah is the main source of income, about 20%. from the boxes that's available all through the weeks and the Jum'ah prayers. 17% from automatic withdrawal. So most of you are on automatic withdrawal. When you give 250, 1,000, 100, this is kind of the most stable source of income that we would like to always increase. For the last 2 years, it has been the same. We are unable to make, our goal is to go up on automatic withdrawals to make it about 40% of our income. So we have more sustainability. It has been on the same over the last 2 years. The other one is dedicated donation. So when we have like a specific project, we would like to ask you, we would like to have to renovate HVAC, or we would like to have carpets, or we would like to do this or do that. When you donate for the specific project, these represent another 20%. And the remaining are the fundraising, the Ramadan campaign, and Zakah represent the other 40%. This is comparison between the last year, 2015 and 2016. Some increased and some decreased, but like close to each other. Our expenses, basically, as you can see, the three bigger categories is the administration, how we running our facility, the maintenance and security, and the WIA and Community Center. They represent the three main categories. It's almost 50% of our budget go to these three projects. And the other social services and outreach and so on takes less. When we compare the 15 to 16 when it comes to the expenses, the arrows showing that the administrations took a little bit more because we hired communication officers and we hired the operational manager. This is taking and will take more. The maintenance and security, because of what happened last year, we had to heighten our security, and we had to spend much more money on that. When it comes to services, the outreach department, as you can see all over down there, we almost tripled our budget for the outreach department, and we doubled our budget for the youth department as well. And inshallah ta'ala, this coming year will be the same as well. For comparing 2016 to 2017, we are expecting that our income will increase by about $400,000 inshallah ta'ala. Brother Samir Abu Isa is working on many collaborations to do that, and getting plans of collaboration with Islamic Relief, UMR, and others to support social services and youth as well. So we are expecting inshallah ta'ala to increase our resources from $3.2 to $3.6 million. However, the expenses also will increase as well to up to $3.4969, because we are hiring more and more people and spending more money into programs as well. And lastly, if we go to our spending by category, again, administration will increase in its consuming our resources, because we have more employees to do a better job. And the youth department, we have our new counselor, Sister Aisha, and we are doing more, or spending more money into making more programs, inshallah ta'ala. So by this, I would like to conclude. And as I mentioned, like, we are depending on you, not just to give money. You are not here because you give money, because you are here part of the family. You are the core group that we depend on when we need to work together. When we ask for anything, you are here. So I will start by saying, we ask always for your dua. Second, we would like you to have your advice and correction and engagement. We need you and your time to come and help us. We are now establishing many teams for engagement and interfaith and civic engagement. So please be with us, inshallah ta'ala. And if you can't do any of these, just give us your money, inshallah ta'ala, and we will get the right people to do the job. Jazakumullah khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.